Howdy and aloha, everyone. This is James with Mana Talk. It is December 25th, 2023. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hopefully, everybody had a wonderful Christmas and did whatever they could to enjoy what they could with their families, with what they had. I was very fortunate to go to my daughters, who had a wonderful meal. Um, wow. Sausage, potatoes, shrimp, uh, king crab, and lobster. Shit. I was like, yeah. They work hard. Plumber and a tech sergeant in the Air Force. Okay. Um, so they're doing good. I'm very proud of my daughter. Very proud of what they've accomplished. Spent some time with my grandkids. Handed their presents. They liked it. They liked them. They were happy. That's what's important. A couple of gifts for the daughter and my daughter and their family. Um, but all in all, it was wonderful. Nobody talked about politics because they know where I am. That's one thing they don't want to do is talk about politics with me because they know it's an abyss, right? There's a lot of people that won't go into the abyss, but I do. You know, I used to snorkel in Hawaii when I was younger, and I can go down, I don't know, 40, 50 feet easily. I was able to hold my breath to close to 3 minutes back when I was in super good shape and young and you know, like everybody. But you know, if I can hold my breath for a minute and a half, I'll be excited. Two would be amazing, honestly. But I think that a lot of people this Christmas are not feeling Christmas that much. They're not feeling the holiday spirit that much. They're not, and you know, not to be a Debbie Downer or a Doug Downer or whatever. It's it's telling. You know, there's some things happening out there that are, you know, gas prices across the world are wonderful. You know, according to their, you know, gas prices for us are still screwed, and then the price of food, and they keep saying there's companies and everybody's being hired and all this other crap, but it's baloney. There are people hurting out there. I don't, you know, any numbers that are coming out of the Biden administration, and that includes as it trickles down, right, all the way from the highest command all the way down to, you know, what they're saying in the FDA or CDC or what they're saying with unemployment or anything like that. It's I don't believe that. I just their numbers, from my perspective, are not as trustworthy as I would like them to be because they've lied to us many times. I mean, the past three, almost going on 4 years now, has been a nightmare for most people. And if you think it's been wonderful for yourself, then you're probably not. Um, you're probably in a state of denial, or you're just not getting the information that you should be from sources, you know, like me or people that aren't like, you know, Kelsey, you know, Travis Kelsey. Sadly, they lost the Chiefs, right? Um, that sucks. But Travis Kelsey was paid about $20 million to support the genocidal bioweapon, and it was amazing. Um, And he's just a dumb jack. They're there to make their money. They've put in their time in D1 high schools. They've been going through this thing for a long. They're just making money. It's not really Kelsey. It's more just the system itself that gets these celebrities. And then I was watching the football game, and then his commercial comes out. Get two instead of one. Get two, right? Get two of these things. And then there was a Bud Light commercial, of course, right? Because they're really hurting. They'll probably fix themselves. They'll do something with Trump or something if Trump can make it. If he can make it. If he can get to that inauguration without being, you know, without being taken out. I don't know if that's the right word to say it. Or gone on a very long-term vacation, if you know what I'm saying. Which these people will do. That is the general consensus right now, and I talked about it last night. But all in all, people right now are just probably not feeling that. I mean, it's good to spend time with your family and your closest friends, and stuff like that. That's what the holidays are really for, in my opinion. Celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ, of course. Which I don't know if it was on that exact day on the 25th. Some people have said it's a different time. But anyway, the point that I'm getting to in regards to the holidays is it's just not feeling holiday-ish. Right? I'm just not. I mean, I felt it today, but that's for people like me, right? That's for people like us, people that aren't watching Rachel Maddow or absorbed in CNN or Face the Nation or Meet the Press or even Fox and whatever, PBS especially, or reading New York Times or LA Times. You're probably not getting the gist of it, of what's going on out there. You're just not. And I've got several sets of family members out there. There's a set of family members that I've been trying to save, but they just don't want to listen. It's they're in that denial. They're in that denial thing. And there's some that get it. They understand what's going on, and they're going. Maybe Uncle Jimmy, or maybe Jimmy, or maybe James, or maybe my son, or maybe my brother has kind of got a good point there. Maybe he's got a good point. Maybe there's some interesting information that maybe we should look into a little further. Maybe his process, or of the reason why he goes on YouTube. And this is my 7th channel. My 8th channel is probably got another strike, it seems like. From maybe who said whatever something said, or who knows. They just make up shit, it seems like. But maybe there's something that, Jimmy, in regards to, questioning authority and its sources at every turn. And I talked about this last night. It's really simple. It's our job, okay, as a citizen of the Republic. And people keep saying we're a democracy, We're not. We're a republic. If you want to keep saying we're a democracy, then that's for a different country, because that's not the way this country was started. We're a republic where even everybody has their individual rights. Okay, whereas a democracy, you can vote out somebody's rights. Right? You can totally stifle another person's rights because of the majority. But let's just say the majority is wrong, like deathly wrong. Like we've been seeing for the past 3 years. Then you're pulling the people that were correct or accurate or had the truth and the unequivocal truth and complete and total undeniable facts. then you're pulling those people with you in your state of denial, your state of, in your place of la la land or fictitious land or propaganda land, right? And this is a finger that points back and forth. Of course, the Democratic Party has become, in my my perspective, the pot calling the kettle black party. Definitely the pot calling the kettle black party. Wait, how are these guys doing? Oh, it's on Olivia. I think Baltimore is beating San Francisco right now. It's like 21 or 14-5, something like that. Yeah, it's whatever you believe what you want to believe, but forcing your beliefs on others is, or tricking them before, or fooling them, or coercing them in a sense, that or conning them into your belief is bad. So I always say, no matter what I say here, whatever I spew or vomit or whatever's coming out here, right? I just take it as a grain of salt. But most of all, like I say, chickadee, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Make sure you do your own due diligence. Do your own due diligence. If you have any questions or anything like that, if there's a topic or something that I state that you might go, nah, that doesn't make any sense, then put it in the comments. Or you can come in and you can talk to me. If somebody shows up on this show and they want to talk to me and they've never been here before, first of all, when you get into the Zoom, I'm going to vet you. Now, vetting means I'm going to find out where you're from, what, are you on Twitter, are you on Facebook, or are you just some anonymous person? Because if you're some anonymous person that doesn't want to be seen, I don't know what you're going to do on my show, and I can't afford that. But if you're on Facebook, then I can take a look and see what you're about, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican or a Libertarian or Green Party. Then I can, say, hey, well, this person's right here. They want to come in and have an actual debate, and they're not hiding from anything, and they're not here to sabotage or do anything ridiculously idiotic on my YouTube. And I've had that in the past a few times, so I have to be careful. But it's important for you as an American, or anywhere, or it doesn't even have to be the United States, to question authority and its sources at every turn. Anytime they start talking about doing something, writing up some bill or whatever it is, there's so much pork or fat or junk they throw inside of these bills that really don't help the 99.9% of the population of the United States of America. The poor, the working poor, the workers, the less than middle class, the middle class, and maybe even above the middle class. They don't really care. A lot of these legislators or congressmen and women, most of them are beheld to their donors, who really cuts their checks. A lot of these people go into politics for that big check, knowing that at some point, and this is what Matt Gaetz is trying to do, who is a Republican. And there's two things that I fully agree, and everybody does, if you're paying attention. And there are some Republicans that want this, and then there's some Democrats that don't, which is really odd to me. It's like they've totally flipped on so much. They're now warmongers. They trust Big Pharma. The World Economic Forum is their savior. And they're always, sucking on Bill Gates' thingamajigs. But here's the thing. Single line payer, right? Single line voting. One bill at a time. Don't stuff it full of pork. Sorry, a little more work, but, you're getting paid a decent amount of money for that. Right? The other thing is, one is the term limits, but the other one is you can't work for the lobbies, for the lobbying corporations out there that influenced you during your time in Congress. In other words, which is basically what happens. But what that really means is you serve the people, and you, in a sense, continue to serve the people. So there should be at least a 5 year, I think a 5 year period, 3 at the minimum, but a 5 year period where you cannot sign up with some company, because a lot of these people, some company that's been the donor for your campaigns and your Cayman Island accounts and your South African accounts and your Swiss bank accounts, and your, offshore accounts or whatever. Been stuffing money in there for a long time, and you've been writing those bills or passing those bills that help that industry or that corporation. This is the problem, right? I've always, Citizens United, get rid of it. McCutcheon versus FEC is bad. The Communications Act of '93 or '99. Anyway, there's some parts in there that are bad. We want to get money out of politics. We want our. I mean, here's an example. When you go to the Department of Motor Vehicles, right, and let's just say I'm a lobbyist and I'm able to contribute to that person at the DMV, right? And I've got some tickets and I can't get my license or suspended like that, but you know what? I've been paying for that DMV employee, and they're beheld to me because that's where they make their big money. It's from me. So they could fudge something or do something or rig it or do anything in your favor. This is how that works. That works in Congress. What we need to do is make sure that Congress is paid and gets their money strictly from what they earn from our tax dollars, just like the DMV. I do not want that to happen at the DMV for anybody to have that ability, because then people with the money, right, whether they stole it or coerced it or robbed a bank or however they got the money, or they worked for, whatever the case may be, gets the better edge over the person that's working in the factory, right? I've got a couple lights out tickets, or a blinker didn't work or something, but the rich person gets that written off and taken care of. You see what I'm saying? We want life in itself really is not fair. And I've told my kids this. I tell everybody this is the no-brainer. Life is just not fucking fair. But if you aren't able to take certain precautions or lay out certain rules and guidelines, then you can make it fair for everybody to get that ability to be prosperous, to have a better financial avenue for them. So they have a better opportunity to be more financially stable or health-wise, whatever the case may be. And I'm not talking about full regulations. I'm talking about just making sure that the people that are writing laws that affect industries and either harm or help certain corporations don't do that, aren't able to have that kind of power within the stock market or within or at a later time. So those are some things that Matt Gaetz is talking about, which I think is good. And then term limits, 12 years, for my opinion. I don't think the president. I think the president should go through a full analysis, like a psychological test. According to the science now, who knows, right? But unbiased opinion, if they're cognitively, physically able, right, and they can, jog 100 yards. I mean, come on. This is the leader of your country. You don't want him to do fucking Ironman competitions. I mean, that would be cool, but if you know in an Ironman competition, it's bike. It's I don't know. I think it's it's a 5 mile swim, which is forever, or 3 miles, 3 to 5 miles, something like that. It's a marathon bike ride, which I think it's a 100-mile bike ride, and then it's a 26 marathon. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. They have the big marathons on the Big Island. I don't know if they've had them in the past, but it's crazy. That's just amazing. Kudos to you people that have done that. That is fucking impressive as hell. I don't, even if you've done a 10K, that's just badass in my opinion. It's awesome. In the Navy, I think I ran the longest I think I've ever ran. I was in the Navy, and me and and a few guys, and the priest on the ship. He was the there's a name for it. It'll come to me. He was the not the he was the anyway. We would go out and run, and I think we did an 8 mile, we did a 10 mile, we did a 12, and I think we got to a 15 at one point mile run. Back when I was 26, 27, 28 years old. That was I was 100 and I was 200 and I was like 215. Jesus Christ, this is crazy. Anyway, time has passed. Anyway. So overall, let's talk about overall here. So overall, there's a lot of things we need to do. And everybody has ideas, and I've on this show that's 7th channel now. Thank you to the 1984 Orwellian Ministry of Truth community guidelines that are there. You want to thank you for that, YouTube. That's really awesome. Really helping our freedom of speech. You're not violating it. No, not at all. Not at all. No. You're not violating it. You're not totally violating it. You're just completely not. Ugh, Jesus. But, in the time I've been on here, we've had this idea, that idea, this idea, that idea. Well, you got to get money out of politics. That's a tough one. Because a lot of these people, like I was getting to say, is they'll join. People used to join Congress because they want to help their state or their district, or they want to help. They want to run because they want to make things better. Da 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 da. But I'd say within the past decade or two, most of these people have been in office just to get that bigger down the line paycheck. Get that Cayman Island account beefed up. Get that Swiss bank account beefed up. Get that South African account beefed up. Get all these other accounts that are offshore, things beefed up. Be able to make money off the stock market by using Bob, who knows Frank, who does all your trades and all that other stuff. And it's just been a big scam. It's just gotten totally out of control. So I always say, Citizens United, get rid of it. It's just a bad thing. It's just a bad thing. Is there somebody raising their hand in the waiting room? Let me see here. It can't be. Why is this? Why is the hand raised? What is that? I don't even know why that is. Lower hand. Oh, I guess I accidentally clicked that. That's weird. All right. So, yeah, it's just really crazy. There's a lot of stuff that still needs to be fixed. People are expecting this major recession coming up next year. Major recession. But let me give you a peek of the what we ate. Fucking A. I was like, Jesus Christ. I am so proud of my daughter kicking ass in such hard times. Such hard times. I'm very proud of her. Amazing. Yeah, there it is. Sausage. Oh, we had boiled eggs we had boiled eggs, kielbasa, shrimp is in there. Let me see what else. There's Alaskan crab legs. You can kind of see somewhere. I already ate it, but they had lobster. It's like, fucking A, man, that's badass, right? Sadly, my grandson's a Kelsey fan. He doesn't know. I don't go over that with Dad. They're Chief fans, so whatever. God bless them. That's all I can say. At a certain point, all you can say is God bless them. That's pretty much all you can say. But where'd it go? Oh shit! I clicked it and it freaking disappeared. Let me see. Let me see here. What was that picture I just had? All right, let's get out of there. Now there's this other. Where was this one? I think it's not a messenger. I think it was on my other Facebook. I have a backup Facebook, just to let you know. Yeah, the New World next year. You guys have got to go pay attention to this guy, James Corbett, right? And James Enapalata, I think, 2 gyms, all a bunch of gyms. But he talks about the distractions, which is they're everywhere, and it's not 24. It's not every week. You used to get some news coming out every week. Now he's talking about every day, and it seems like every hour, right? Pretty soon it's going to be every minute. But they keep moving you and distracting you and putting fear in you, and it's just totally out of control. I recommend you guys look up James Corbett. There it is right there. I have no affiliation with James Corbett or the Corbett Report. This channel was. He has to put that up there. It's so funny. Because he's been taken down twice. Oh, I like this one. Wait, this is a good one. Let me turn on.
The ideal of a democracy is universal equality. The ideal of a constitutional republic is individual liberty. A democracy always degenerates into dictatorship, which promises government-guaranteed equality and security, but it delivers nothing but poverty and serfdom for the people it robs and rules. America was founded as a constitutional republic to safeguard the liberties of the people against the tyranny of democracy or of one-man dictatorship. In this century, great strides have been made toward the goal of subverting our republic into a democracy. The foremost tactic of the subverters is subversion of language. By calling America a democracy until people thoughtlessly accept and use the term, the totalitarians have obscured the real meaning of our principles of government. A constitutional republic, not a democracy. The ideal of a democracy is universal equality. The ideal of a constitutional republic.
All right, we hear you. We see you. Okay, you're cute. Good. Nice hair. Right? It's like fucking A. It's like, okay, no, we're paying attention. I guess you're there to let us know that it's really important. But yeah, Constitutional Republic. I mean, this guy states it. I want to play.
Republic is individual liberty. A democracy always degenerates into dictatorship, which promises government-guaranteed equality and security, but it delivers nothing but poverty and serfdom for the people it robs and rules. America was founded as a constitutional republic to safeguard the liberties of the people against the tyranny of democracy or of one-man dictatorship. In this century, great strides have been made toward the goal of subverting our republic into a democracy. The foremost tactic of the subverters is subversion of language. By calling America a democracy until people thoughtlessly accept and use the term, the totalitarians have obscured the real meaning of our principles of government. A constitutional republic, not a democracy. The ideal of a democracy is
That is serious, and I think that's a great point. And I hate these freaking side-by-sides. Just ridiculous. What else? Oh, here's a good one. What are you saying? What is he saying?
Understood that. And the fact is that every Jewish prime minister that I...
What is Nixon saying? And why is it off when I go there? I don't understand that.
enlisted American...
back to where, like the beginning.
The fact is that American Jews support Israel, and I understood that. And the fact is that every Jewish prime minister that I have known has enlisted American Jews to bring as much pressure as possible in the political process on American presidents. That's understandable. I don't object to it. Now, a president must not go along with it on occasion, because let me explain something about what is called the Jewish lobby in this country. Now, as good Americans as they are, they believe that America's survival and security is directly related to Israel's. In other words, their belief is that being for Israel first means that does not mean you're putting America second, because they think it goes together.
What the fuck? Oh. No shit. What was that?
An American president, however, has to approach it in a different way, in my opinion. He's got always to think first.
The music, just stop. God, am I just being easily annoyed? But this is just fuck. We don't need the fucking music.
Of what is best for America. But on occasions, for example, an American president must make a decision that does not, in effect, give the Israelis a blank check. And one example of that is a decision that I made. I decided early on in our administration that we were going to seek good relations with Egypt and others of Israel's neighbors. Many of my Israeli friends didn't like that because they wanted a special relationship with Israel. The fact is...
Yeah. If you guys know more about Richard M. Nixon, you'll come to find out that a lot of the stuff that he was proposing was against the grain. And I remember my grandfather, he didn't like Nixon at all. But he said a lot of what he did, I remember these words, I remember because you talk about politics every once. That's probably why I get most of my political interests of is my grandfather was pretty political. But he said, but a lot of the things that he stood for, I agreed with, and I thought were best for us, this country. And I go, really? Because everybody fucking hates him, right? Everybody hated that guy. He goes, the whole Watergate thing, he just really, he was skeptical about that. He goes, the Watergate thing, I don't know, man. It's just, it was just a convenient way to get rid of somebody that wasn't, toting the line. And they'll get rid of you. They'll find a way. Now, I'm not saying Nixon was the greatest thing of all time, but, every president, and I'm going to throw even Obama in here, has a side that you would say, no, I can't do that, because he was the biggest fuck. He was a gigantic lie. I just can't support him at all. Everything I thought about that guy went out the fucking door. I mean, they had 76 days. They had the supermajority in the House and the Senate, and they come up with the Affordable Care Act, which pushed every other competitor out of the way, and they stuck with like 5 or 6, Kaiser, Blue Cross, Aetna, just a few major insurance providers. It's that provider system that fucks us over. Just watch Dr. Shiva on it. I mean, I've watched him. I've knew it before. The middleman of insurance has always destroyed this country in regards to our health care. If you were to just take the government's money or our taxes and pay it directly to the doctor or the surgeon or the health caregiver or whoever, whether it's daycare or hospice care, whatever, or then you're eliminating the problem. It's Aetna is the problem. Kaiser is the problem. Blue Cross is the problem. That's why you don't have. That's why you pay a lot of fucking. And then you throw in big pharma is the problem. It's just. There's just so much I could pick through and just say, this needs to be fixed. This is wrong. This needs to be fixed. It's that simple. Just do it. Sorry, you don't get your money anymore, and I don't fucking need it. And this is why Trump is so threatening to these people, because he doesn't fucking need it. He's like the only president in the past 5, 6, 7 decades that has actually lost money. In let's just say the past 4 decades. He's the only person that has actually lost money as president. For one, he's not in the club. Everybody thinks he's in the club. I used to think he's in the club. Well, when you're a large tycoon of real estate and most of your most expensive real estate projects are in the most expensive cities and parts of the United States, you got to stay a little close to these people. You got to go golfing with them. You got to kind of hang out, see what's going on, right? Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer, and keep your business partners, right in front of you. That's how he did things, and that's a great tactic. He knew what was going on when it was going on. There's a lot of stuff that he probably knew before most of us knew it. There's probably a lot of things they didn't tell him, right? There's a bunch of stuff now that nobody is going to tell him, and I'm really concerned about that because he still is in this place with, I believe, people that are surrounding him that aren't giving him what he needs to hear. They tell him what he wants to hear. He's got Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson syndrome fucking all around him. And it's sad. I think if he's going to ask somebody a question, he needs to go, okay, Bob, let's just say Bob is in a certain industry or some political figure, he does research or whatever the case may be, right? Bob, so what's your motivation here? What are you trying to accomplish? Right? And that's probably the biggest question you can ask in any professional contract conversation. What, and you can tell them. If that person is telling you, well, I'm doing this because I'm going to get a percentage of the cut, which you don't have to divulge. And if you want to be super transparent, you can do that. Or I'm also here because I want to make sure this happens in the future, or whatever the case may be. But you're upfront. He needs those kind of people around him. Those are the people that are going to help us. If Trump has people that are compromised, and I know there's some in there, I'm telling you they are. And he's got to be super careful, because he got screwed in 2020. And a lot of people that he trusted, and a lot of people that he was told to trust, and a lot of people that he, throughout that entire 3 or 4 years, and him not really draining the swamp, because he was listening to this person or that person, that, from my professional perspective, was his freshman class. That was the time where he learned a lot. He went to school, and they put him through school. But now he knows what the fuck is up. But there's still some things I think they're hiding from. There's still some shit that I don't think he gets. I think he's naive in some serious ways. Not because he's an idiot, not because he's stupid or misogynist or whatever the woke Democrats want to fucking tell you. It's because they have people that are going to tell him what they want him to hear and want him to know. This happens constantly in politics. Once you get to a certain level, certain stature, I guarantee you that's. Let me give you an example. John Fetterman. Do you think they're telling John Fetterman everything that John Fetterman needs to know? A derelict, completely useless senator in the United States of America that dresses like a hobo and does not understand what the fuck he's doing. Every day he's there. Every second of every moment he's there. He doesn't have a fucking clue. That is the absolute right. John Fetterman is the greatest example of how they can use somebody, and they meaning the pedo predator class, the World Economic Forum, ETAL, their associates, all these fucking globalists, oligarchs, just fucking name it. There's about 2, maybe 300 of them out there running the fucking show. But they pick the ones that are the most manipulative. They pick the ones that they can definitely manipulate. Right? They're not picking Trump because they've got him on 91 charges. And they haven't been able to put that guy anywhere. But he's still free. They've tried to impeach him and get him out of office when he was in. And he's still free. Why do you think they want to take him down so bad? Because he's a fucking loose cannon. Because he's a loose fucking cannon. That's exactly why. The reason why they want to take down Trump, right? And Russiagate, that was baloney. It was all the people that created Russiagate should be in jail. But they're not. Because as soon as Trump left, right, they were able to shut down the DOJ, shut down the FBI, shut down Homeland Security, shut down the CDC, shut down the USDA, shut down Health and Human Services, shut down all these departments, and implant who they needed to create this great reset, yes. This new world order, yes. Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, yes. Real. More than real, sadly real, just completely, insanely real. And that's what they did. All coming from places like these unelected people out there in the world, like the World Health Organization. Who the fuck are they? Who the hell are these people to tell us what to do in our country? It's like the World Health Organization. I want people to think of it as this other country of oligarchs, just a few people that are telling us what to fucking do. Right? And you take a look at the Council on Foreign Relations, same fucking thing. The World Economic Forum, same freaking thing. What the fuck are these NGOs or non-profit, whatever the fuck they are? Fuck them. Fuck them. They have nothing to do with our country. They should not have a single thing to do with our country. Central bank digital currency? Who the fuck wants that? Who does that give all the power of the money to? Who gets all that money? Who controls that money once it goes completely digital? Who gets to flip the switch off and on whoever they want? Who gets that? You? Right? Because your dollar is gone. And if you got it in a fucking mattress, you might as well burn it. Because once the central bank digital currency situation happens, and they're still pushing it, why am I fucking Reagan up? Or Nixon? And they're still pushing it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the guy that was cheated out of. And look at we know, right? We know. We know who won and who really lost in 2020. You know. Tell me. Just tell me. I mean, if you know who won and who lost, it's who do you think won and who lost? Right? We, as I was following in 2019, I was recording on, and you can probably see in some of my shows in Odyssey because a lot of this went to Odyssey. I was showing rally after rally after rally of, I don't know, 140 people, 200 people. I think the max I've seen at a Biden rally was like 2,000 people. And every single rally that Trump had was in the thousands. It was the least amount I saw was maybe 5,000 people, the very least. He had stadiums filled with 30, 40,000 people. He had, and he had a lot of time, and he had a lot, you know, it was just really, the whole process was ridiculous. And then now they're showing more information about the election and it being altered in some way, shape, or form, which are definitely in some way, shape, or form proving in some way, shape, or form. You know, and I have to be careful because there still are the Sentinels, the Matrix Sentinels. You know, once they see that you're there, they're going to come after you. So they have those, you know, certain tag words, and that the AI will pick it up, and they come after me. You know, the influence operator, according to the FBI. It's crazy. You know, moms, dads, people that just want a better life for ourselves. We're not into the, you know, owning nothing and being happy. No, that doesn't work for me. Right? You know, the modern monetary theory, I didn't like it. I thought that was very authoritarian. And I actually talked with Steve Grombine, who I don't even know where he is anymore. Has anybody seen Steve Grombine? Because the person that pushed that the most was a lady, and I don't remember her name, but she was definitely a young globalist. Isn't that odd? Steve Grombine. That the guy that's pushing the modern monetary theory, or just, you know, the Fed being in control of your money and giving you money so that you're completely dependent on the government, right? And I'm telling you, I've had this job, that. You don't want that anymore. You want to work for yourself. You just want to work for yourself. If you're listening, my kids, I tell them this all the time. At a certain point, you want to work for yourself. You want to be your own boss. You know, want to deal with the government your own way with your taxes, of course. But you want to be in control of how successful you are. Don't leave it to anybody else. Don't leave it to anybody else. And at my age, it's really sad because I've kind of just learned this. And I've kind of realized it for a while, but I was okay making money here, working for this bank, working for this car lot, working for this company, this, that, you know, whatever, this. And, you know, kind of surviving. Like most people. Most people are just surviving. But I think the goal is just to work for yourself. Determine your own future. Right? A lot of people are doing it now. Some are doing very well at it. Things are going to change. If Trump makes it to the inauguration, either he's going to do what he's saying he's going to do, and he's going to remove or get rid of all the fuckers that want this great reset shit, right? And he's going to finger them out. You're out. Fired. But if he doesn't, and he starts going in that direction, I do believe there will be a revolution. I do believe that'll happen. That's when it'll happen. Not if he doesn't make it. Not if he doesn't make it. I think it'll happen if he makes it and he turns on everybody. Which you don't know these days. You know, you got to be careful. You don't know who's going to turn on who or what. Honestly, you really don't know. But we only have two choices. I'm sorry. I am sorry. That's just, or don't do anything. That's fine. Don't do anything. That's you know, I don't think anybody should be forced to vote. That is just fucking stupid. That's authoritarian, tyrannical beyond anything. But you're gonna have to live with the repercussions. That's all I'm saying. You know, I lived with the repercussions of voting for Obama twice. I live with the repercussions for voting for a Green Party nobody in 2020. That's what I fucked up on. I can't believe that. I was just, you know, I was in that place. I am a recovering stupid, in a sense, Democrat, but that was like back in 2016. I gave up on the fucking Democratic Party in 2016 when Bernie fucked everybody. And then I tried again in 2020, which was just stupid as hell. So I kind of have to question myself. Am I doing the right thing? Well, it's hard to, because the system itself is not really in our favor. You know, the legislators, judiciaries, executives, department heads are everything out there. It's just so compromised and corrupt. It's hard. Right? They don't work for you anymore. It's, you know, it's, how is that? If you want things to, let's just say Trump's in office, if the Senate or the House is blue in any way, it's just going to be bullshit. Right? It's going to be bullshit. You guys are worried about Trump, I get it, but but you better make sure you got people that are also with Trump that are going to be senators and you know, congressmen and House of Representatives. You guys better fucking start working on that. Because if you give him at least the majority, it doesn't have to be the super majority, but at least the majority in both, then I believe we can really get out of this. I think we can completely get ourselves away from the World Economic Forum and the tyrannical authoritarian future that they have for all of us. But if we don't, we're going to be stuck in this place for a while. And that's what people aren't really picking up on. So you better start checking now on who's going to be available and how that's going to work out. You know, because the RNC is shit. The RNC is so compromised. Why the fuck is that woman still running the RNC? She has the worst record. Is she still running the RNC? I forgot her name, but that's ridiculous. You know, she's placed in there by the fucking oligarchs and the fucking, you know, the predator class. That's why she's there. Yeah, you need to do it all. So you do it all, you do it right, you get everything fixed, separate yourself from the World Economic Forum and all the fucking the sociopaths out there, the predator class. And then you just pull up your bootstraps, get to work and stuff, start building stuff in the United States. Get Detroit back in action. Get fucking cars back being built in Detroit. Right? Get things working like it used to be. I should run for office. Yeah, I should run. Maybe I might. Maybe. I mean, if I'm here for a while, I mean, honestly, if things get better in California, my goal, honestly, is to get to Hawaii. Right? And I think Hawaii, this is what I believe will happen. And here's my kahuna prediction. The blue states are going to realize they've been fucked. The red states are going to get stronger. There's still going to be some corruption. But all the people, but it's going to be like a uniparty pretty soon. I'm telling you, it's getting to that point. And I completely and thoroughly believe that there are people on that are Democrats that are already, especially blacks. Everybody that's black is fucking fuck you. You guys haven't did shit for us. You're letting all these fucking people, like close to 8 million illegal aliens. You're giving them money. You're giving them cell phones. You're giving them free room and board. You're letting all these fucking people in to take our jobs. What the fuck? And we're getting kicked to the curb. Veterans especially are pissed off. You know what kind of party does that? Right? Well, it's more an invasion. We just the darker side of that is at some point, you know, somebody says the, you know, subconscious words, go in, go in, go in, or whatever, right? And then light on now, and then they all do their attack mode, and it's fucking the movie Red Dawn. Yeah, this is getting really bad. Yeah, that's why it doesn't feel like Christmas that much for a lot of people, especially if you're like wide a fucking awake like I am. And it took me a while to get awake. It took you know, it takes people a while. But I want to see a third party, for sure. I want to see a third party. I want it opened up. There's a whole process for that. I'm not going to go into it. Other than that, Merry Christmas. Melikaliki Maka is the thing you say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. You know. Anyway. So my dad had a karaoke machine today, and they just weren't getting it running on the TV, and I was like, nah, I'm not going to sit here and but anyway, I'll go out there and sing sometime. You know, they should just like make like a bar setting. Yeah, karaoke. I like to have a date when I'm at karaoke, so I can sing to my date. You know what I mean? That's what I like doing. Other than that, here's where I'm at. I know you're with me. If you're paying attention, you're with me. Right? Here it is, right here. No parasitic global elite asshole is going to tell me where to go, what to do, or how to do it. This world is not theirs. It's ours. All of ours. They've just been able to control so many things to where they pretty much own too much. Too much power, too much of the most powerful devices on the planet. They have control over, which is fucking bad. You know, I'm gonna do a thing on that. I'll do it this week probably. Anyway, aloha, Merry Christmas. Anyway, take care of yourself. Let me look at a couple of memes here. See if I got anything good. Anything good? Let me see here. Anything good? Anything good? View favorites. Joey Behar outs Democrats' plan. Let's see. Judge rules former President Trump is eligible for Colorado's primary. Oh, yeah, Merry Christmas. I like this one. Oh, fuck your music. I swear to God. Oh, Jesus. Just stop moving. This is a really good point. I'm going to show this to you. And then I'm going to go. This is where they stay. This is where they stand. Right. You know, look, if you don't understand the reasoning for getting the guns, then talk to Adolf he'll tell you what the reason for getting all the guns was all about. Talk to Yao Ming. Talk to Stalin. They'll tell you exactly why they got rid of the guns. They'll tell you. This is why we got rid of the guns, so we can control everybody. Right? Liberals scream, save the children from the guns. Followed by, abort them, mask them, jab them, distance them, medicate them, indoctrinate them, mutilate them, sexualize them, traffic them. Yeah, there it is. You're not fucking doing anything. It's just terrible. Yeah, I had a question in my head the other day. There's a 30-year-old woman, 28, 27, whatever, and a baby's about to come out, and the doctor says, well, which should never happen. That's probably bullshit in the first place. If they say it's either you or the baby, I'm just telling you. And at that point, you can't really get a second opinion. There's the whole entire process. It's almost like they're getting paid to literally unalive people. It just, whatever age, in or out of the womb. I'm just telling you. The numbers are going to come out. We're going to see it. People are going to be really pissed off that that's the system they've been using for at least the past 20 or 30 years at the least. But the question I have is, you've been on the earth for 27 years, but you're about to have a baby, a newborn baby. But your life is more important than that child. Because you're alive. But in 5 minutes, or 3 minutes, or 30 seconds, the baby could be alive. And it could enjoy a life for 27 years themselves. I just, that's a hard, super hard question to ask somebody. I know, but I just, so why don't you put yourself in that situation? I said, you know what? If you want to get even harder, because there's some selfishness there. But if you had to choose, and this is a tough one, if you had to choose between your older child and your younger child, and one was a day older or a year older, which one, and you just had to make that's a tough one too. There are choices you have to make in this world where you're either going to allow them to survive and live and be a part of life or not. And this happens, doctors make these choices. It's really crazy. They shouldn't have to, and people make these choices. I mean, those are some serious questions. And even to say that, it's like, who's more important, the person that's been here longer, or shorter? Does it matter? What if they're like the same and they act the same and they're, is it that difficult? And it's a matter of time. It seems like it's a matter of time. Well, you've had 20 years here, and that child has had no time, but can have a new day, the first day, right? But we have technology now where, and most conservatives, believe it or not, at least 68%, I believe, or close to 60, close to 70, are okay with 15 weeks. 15 weeks to make that decision. Now, there are some states that just don't want to do it at all. But let's just say there's something super wrong for both. It's just not a good thing, right? Or maybe there was a rape, or this guy broke into girl's whatever and raped her or something. Let's look at the real facts here, right? I mean, I would say, you know, you don't want to have that guy's child. I wouldn't. He doesn't fucking deserve a kid, right? You know, and then oh, life is precious, but you know what? He doesn't fucking deserve that, right? And then you're thinking, well, now you're gonna kill some. This is a really tough one. But I'm for that though. So most conservatives right now are saying, here's 15 weeks, man. Make up your mind. How much fucking time do you need? You know, I'm telling you, you don't want to go through the abortion pill at 11 weeks. You don't. I am fucking telling you. Figure out what's going on. Once you find out you're pregnant, sit down with that person, find out where you're at. If you want to fucking move forward, do it. If you don't, make a decision. But for fuck's sakes, stop. Don't be a piece of shit and drag it out. Especially until they're able to be actually born. God, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I think 15 weeks is more than enough time. And that's it. That's where I stand. You know, you can't do it, you don't want to do it, maybe you're not mentally or physically able or whatever the case may be. Or, you know, that's it. But if there are states out there that you know, you can't, because you can't, it's kind of hard to force. How do you force somebody to have a kid? That's pretty crazy. Are you gonna pay him? You give him a good job? Look, we'll help take. You know, I mean, if you're going to provide, if you're going to put the rule down that you have to have a child, which I'm okay with, believe it or not, I'm okay with, but then, you know, but then you're taking away that right from the woman, which is so bad. It's like, you know what? You know, I get that my body, my choice, but they didn't think about that in regards to the thing that they wanted everybody to take in their arms, which is just kind of weird. That never made any sense. But my body, my choice makes sense for everything, medically, romantically, or unromantically, or sexually, whatever. You know, I get it. When you're over the age of 18, you know, when you're an adult. But as far as the time, just seriously, you need 9 months to figure it out. Right? Something happens, and it's either you or the baby. God, life is precious. I get it, but then there's like I'm saying, there's that like selfish part. What's more important? You know. Well, I like big families, and if you ever been to a big family's house, they're the funnest people and the greatest people ever. I'm just telling you, people that have big families are awesome, or you know, more than 1 or 2 kids. If you have one kid, I don't know, man. I don't know. Some people just can only have one. Sometimes there are things that happen where you're unable to have another child. This happens. Right? Then people can't have kids at all because they have to adopt. You know, there are some people out there, honestly, that there's so many variations of situations in regards to life from a person creating that life. Of how that could be just a problem for, you know, them or everyone around them, or who knows. But I just, human life is precious. That's why I think that any astrological or galactic species out there is looking at us and going, wow, man, these people are really fucked up. They they want to depopulate themselves now. They got these fucking people that are running the show, the World Economic Forum. I don't know if we want to. I don't think we want them in the Galactic Federation, right? Because these people are really messed up. They don't really care about life. You know, we're all about. I guarantee you this: that every species out there that has gone above and beyond, and even further into their intellectualism, their intelligence, their technology, even their religions, whatever the case may be, I will guarantee you they weren't killing themselves to save themselves. That just seems like the most idiotic thing to do when you have all the technology to move you in a different direction of planet hopping or whatever. You know, we spend more money on wars. We spend more money on, you know, fucking these things they want to put in your arms than we do in just investing in technology to get us to get to the Cinderella planets out there. You know, we're voyagers. We've always been hunter gatherers. We've been nomadic for thousands of years, hundreds of thousands. And I don't think we're going to stop. I don't think we should stop. You know, and that's just the way we are. We will go to another planet, hopefully in the very near future. Maybe I might not see it, but maybe some of you, hopefully my children will. And you'll do a Star Trek thing or a Star Wars, whatever. But at least you're out there. You're able to go to a Goldilocks planet, which is a planet that's similar to Earth, right? And you're able to colonate and do certain things. Mars is fucking stupid, but it's basically just a way for us to learn how to move even further. I get it. You don't want to fucking live on Mars. Imagine being inside of a cave your entire life, and if you go outside, your base will blow up. That's just fucking stupid. That's just fucking stupid. Anyway, still don't understand why we're not on the moon. Moon would be a good. I know the Van Allen belt, the radiation, that's bad too. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we need to learn, a lot of stuff we need to do. We're not moving in the right direction. And if you go along with these sicko, crazy, sociopathic World Economic Forum fucks, then we don't deserve to be in the fucking universe. We don't deserve to be able to. I don't even think they'll let us. I think they're just let's just say there's you know, Bob and Flo or intergalactic travelers, and they go and check on planets all the time. You know, Bob and Flo are talking. Well, Bob, I don't really think that planet is going in the right direction. And if they do start to venture out and find a way to get out towards where we are, I don't think we should do that. Right? And Bob's like, I don't think so either, man. Nah. These guys are fucking lunatics. I don't want this kind of this kind of tyrannical authoritarianism, because we dealt with that. We don't want that. We fucking prosper. We got big families, and we travel throughout the universe, and you know, do our thing. I mean, there's plenty of room. There's more than enough room for everybody, and all the universe and the universes or whatever. And we get that. But if these guys get out there, they're just trouble. We don't want them. Can you imagine that conversation? I think that they've had that conversation. I think there's a point where they're just, you know, like my sister is kind of smart in this direction. The ant farm is either going to kill itself and eat each other, or they're going to actually, literally, or the ant farm is going to find a way to get out of the ant farm and go find another farm and another farm. You know, together. The most threatening word to an oligarch is unity. Just letting you know. Keep that in mind. The most threatening word to an oligarch is unity. So if we can find a way to extend to olive branches and get together and you know, find common ground in some way, shape, or form, and come to a realistic determination of what needs to be done and how we can better, based on the facts. Right? When you have climate change that's bullshit, that's going to throw your thinking off. When you have, this fluvid-19 thing that was totally, completely stuff that came out of a bull's, sphinxter, right? And fell on the ground and became a big, giant pile of feces. When you realize that, when you realize all these other things that have been happening out there that have become bullshit, you need to, you can't, a species can't evolve off of lies, period. And they're watching that in real time. I'm not saying they are. I don't know if they're there. I've never seen one, right? I've been in traveling, who knows? I'm sure there's some truckers out there. I'm sure there's whoever that maybe you've had an encounter. I don't fucking know. But I don't think they want us out there if we're not honest with our immediate history and history in general. I mean, why would if I'm a time traveling, galaxy skipping, universe jumping species, and I'm just as intelligent as all fuck because we did it the right way. We didn't bullshit each other. We were up in front. We were transparent. We took care of each other. We loved each other. We took care of each other. We did whatever we could. Our village became larger and bigger, and we ventured out. And then we have this species out there that just wants to, just lie, cheat, and steal, coerce, and intimidate, and murder, in a sense, basically. People that don't believe in their lies. Why would I want that to be out there? Yeah, I think there's a boundary out there. And I don't think we're going to make it past unless we fucking start to evolve. I'm not talking about evolution or not evolution. I'm talking about just evolving. Right? I still watch Star Trek. I like The Strange New World. I thought that was a good show. There was just some woke moments that I just don't fucking worry about. That's military stuff. Hopefully one day military or whatever. And, you got to have a Space Force. Not Space Force. That's just stupid. But anyway, it's still going to happen. But we got to have... If we can be an honest and more transparent species, I think they'll let us keep going. As a matter of fact, I think they'll visit us and say, all right, here's the keys to the castle. Enjoy. You guys earned it. That's what I think would happen. I think when we finally get to that point where we've instead of it being so selfish, the hoarders, these oligarchs that are, the goal for them is to kill or get rid of or murder fucking 2/3 of the planet's population and hoard the rest for themselves. That's obviously the goal. Let's fucking throw that card on that obvious card on the table. Stork, thank you for being here, by the way. We still have a lot to solve. When we almost went 20 years ago, we really drew objection because of what W wanted to build on the moon. Okay. All right. Who is W? Woodrow? No, not Woodrow. Yeah, whatever. All I'm saying is, I get that. That makes sense for sure. We have a ton to solve and learn and do, but if we're not channeling every fucking resource we have to finding that Goldilocks, because we're not. We're spending money on bullshit like fucking, these solutions they want to put in your arms that don't stop the transmission or help in any way and actually cause more problems. I mean, this is amazing, and I think I put it on my Facebook. This one was new, and it's everywhere. I'm going to do this and then I'm going to go because I'm getting kind of tired. I had a long day. Man, that was a great Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving, Snork, by the way? Good? I hope it was. Jimmy, let me see if it's in here. Oh, where was it? Did I even put it up? Oh, you guys got to watch this one on Jimmy Dore. Whitney Webb. Yeah. Whitney has a little orange man bad syndrome. I'm telling you. I am telling you. I sense it. Where is it? Oh, there was some. That's a Justice Trudeau's hand judge rules. It's not there. Shit. That's Facebook. Yeah, but still fucking same. Let's try this one. See, the media is never updated on this. Ever updated. It's terrible. Wow, what the fuck? Oh, here's all my media. That's interesting. Yeah, what is it right here? Yeah. Oh. Here it is. Sorry, it's in the YouTube. I got it. Here it is. Where is it? Right? Nope, it's down here. There's my... You'd listen to this.
Relies on technologies.
A new weapon tonight in the fight against COVID. The FDA has approved Novavax's new shot.
But this one is different from the established injections from Pfizer and Moderna. Fox 5's Christopher King joins us live, and he spoke with an expert about how this new vaccine, Christopher, could help you stay out of the hospital.
Yeah, Christine and Russ, the new technology or the new vaccine relies on technology similar to a flu shot or a childhood vaccination. An expert we speak with says that should give families more options.
I got the latest COVID vaccine today.
Susan Gully wants to make sure she's protected against COVID-19.
This is like my 4th shot.
The FDA on Tuesday approved a new shot from Novavax for people ages 12 and up.
But I'm willing to try it if my doctor recommends it.
The new vaccine is protein-based.
You need a new doctor, girlfriend. You need a new fucking doctor. Let me go back. There's another one. I gotta find that commercial though. Let me see. I think it's Novavax. Find Novavax.com, is it? Hold on. Oh my gosh, where is this? Of course. Timber. Brave is slow, but it's filtering out crap. That's why it's slow. Let's see here. I want to get one of these oracles. 2311. Stack 1911. A double stack 1911. This comes out.
That's right, Jared. Of course, that coming.
Welcome back, and we want to head straight to the Wi-Fi Interactive, where we are looking at the pharmaceutical industry today, and Novavax, one of the worst performers on Wall Street, and that is after an FDA warning on its COVID vaccines. And you can see year-to-date down 68%. Yahoo Finance's Anjali Khemlani is here with the details. Anj.
That's right, Jared. Of course, that coming as a result.
Okay, so what they did, right? Oh, God, here, watch. I wish I could show you that commercial. I'm going to find it. Find Novavax. Vax.com. Alright, let me see. Let me get to showing you here. No, it says right here, Novavax COVID-19 vaccine adjuvanted 2024 formula has been proven or licensed by the FDA, but has been authorized for emergency use by the FDA under an EUA to prevent coronavirus disease 2019. COVID-19 for use in individuals 12 years age or older. Let me get to it. I'm reading it off the fucking OBS, sorry. The emergency use of the product is only authorized for duration of the declaration that circumstances exist justifying the authorization of emergency use of the medical product under Section 564B1 or the FD&C Acts unless the declaration is terminated or authorization revoked sooner. That's interesting. I'm going to screenshot that. I thought that was gone. So here it is, and then in here they show new Novavax vaccine. They show protein-based. The protein-based vaccines have been around since 1980s. There's a good chance you have already had one. Today, protein-based vaccines help protect people against diseases such as hepatitis B, the flu, and whooping cough. Okay. So let's go down. That's their pitch. Important safety information. Here's the important safety information. Right? This is not good. Tell your vaccination provider about all of your or your child's medical conditions, including if you or your child have allergies, or pregnant, all this other stuff. Who should not get vaccinated? Okay, what are risks of Novavax COVID-19 vaccines adjuvanted? This could happen. There is a remote chance that the vaccine could cause a severe allergic reaction. A severe allergic reaction would usually occur within a few minutes to 1 hour after getting a dose. For this reason, the vaccination provider may ask for you or your child to stay at the place where you are, where your child received the vaccine for monitoring after vaccination. That's just crazy. Signs of the severe allergic reaction can include difficulty breathing, swelling of the face and throat, fast heartbeat, a bad rash, all other over your body, dizziness, weakness, right? And then they put in here side effects that have been reported in clinical trials with Novavax COVID-19 vaccine adjuvanted fuck, I'm not saying that wrong. It's just a weird. And here it is: myocarditis, inflammation of the heart; pericarditis, inflammation of the lining outside of the heart; injection site reactions, pain, tenderness. Okay, we know that. But it's like, and then it says right here, side effects that have been reported in clinical trials with the Novavax COVID-19 vaccine. And then it says, and it lists that like a bunch of times. Are you guys reading this? COVIDiot? You guys reading this? This is crazy. So you want to take this stuff? if you knew this was here, you know, in 2021, if you saw this, I mean, this is nuts. You know, all I'm saying is, yeah, COVIDiot, exactly. I get you. Yeah, that lady was a COVIDiot. Just, I'm on my fourth. It's like, you sure? Because you're not reading, I'm reading everything off of their website. Right? And then I'm going to say, you know, COVID vaccinations are safe and effective, and they help lower the symptoms and help you, and they're safe and effective. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Whatever you want to say. That's all I have to say about that. But look how many times it says this, though. It says myocarditis. Look right here, myocarditis, inflammation of the heart, and pericarditis inflammation linings have occurred in some people who have received a 1 hour or they're close. God, Jesus. It shows it. Hold on a second. Watch this. Control F. I'm going to type in this word. Right? Myocarditis. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Right? Then it shows this word. Oh my God. There's this word. I'm just saying. Also 4 times. What about this one? Hypoesthesia. Decreased feeling of sensitivity. How is this even possible? This is craziness. This is craziness. I don't get it. And these people that wear these white coats, how are they not in jail? God, all this stuff. This is nuts. All right, I'm just reading off of the Novavax website, YouTube, just letting you know. Right, here it is. I'm just reading. I'm just saying it's a little nutty. Yeah. Bush wanted to build a mass driver on the moon in the shape of a cross, many times worse than nukes. Okay. Yeah. Bush, anyway. All I'm saying is, this is crazy, man. Yeah, there's a commercial, and I saw it on YouTube, and I can't find it. That's why I went here. I'm looking for that commercial. If I can find that freaking commercial. Find all resources for vaccine. Let's see if I can find it in here. Single dose, 2-dose series, protein base, used traditionally. They're selling this traditional thing. Find out more. There's got to be that video. I saw it on YouTube where they clearly state that it does not have, the new Novavax does not have Mary, Roger, Nancy Alpha in it anymore. And they're pushing that. Like, they're really pushing, like, and by the way, oh, there it is, right here. It says right here. What is the Novavax COVID-19 vaccine? Adjudicated? The Novavax COVID-19 vaccine, adjudicated, is not a protein-based, non-mRNA vaccine for COVID-19. It's like, okay, so what's wrong with that? What was wrong with the old stuff then? You got to ask yourself that question. So what's wrong with the old stuff, right? What's wrong with this part right here? You've had everybody taken before it. Now you want to take it out? Is there a problem with it? Is there an issue with that? Why all of a sudden you're changing, right? And do you trust these people? Why all of a sudden? People don't realize this. It's like saying, well, we have organic and non-organic food. Why in the fuck would you have non-organic food? Right? It's like saying, it just makes no sense. Everything, if it's organic, it should be fresh, organic, untainted, unchemicaled, everything. Right? But now they're pushing to sell you on this stuff. Oh, it's just like the old stuff. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Oh, and by the way, it doesn't have that stuff in it anymore. Because I know that's bad. I mean, I know that was, people didn't like that. I mean, people didn't really like that idea in there, of that stuff being in there. The Mary, Roger, Nancy, Alpha in there. I mean, I'm reading it off of Novavax. It says right here. How does that make your decision better? What is the Novavax COVID-19 vaccine adjuvanted? 23-24 formula? Question mark. The Novavax COVID-19 vaccine adjuvanted is a protein-based, non-mRNA vaccine for COVID-19. So what happened to the old one? Are you getting this? So what happened? So what's, I got a flu shot in 2019 in November. I usually got a flu shot like every few years. I just, and they offered to me, and I think I go, I haven't had a flu shot. I just take a flu shot. It gets kind of cold out here in West Virginia, right? And that's what I was thinking at the time. And I got my shot. But I will not touch any of this junk anymore. I would not. And I'm not telling you to do or not do. All I'm telling you to do is question authority and its sources at every freaking turn. Is the CDC like a corporation, or are they like full government? I wonder. Full. Anyway. Aloha, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I'm a little hungry right now. Take care. Aloha. How long have I been on? Shit. Oh, God. Long time. Aloha, bye. Merry Christmas.